Basically, this is counter towards the Stone Farmers Bank, and then the problems we encountered alongside, and then this is our logo, company logos, company product. Of course, that's me, myself, and then what I do for livings, and then my job titles. Of course, concerns are those concerns there, of course, and then of course, this is typically, this is Sudan border. Okay, Sudan border, Kenya. You can see there Kenyan soldiers killed Kenya-Sudan border. So it happened in the October the 17th, 2009. That's when they declared these areas where they're standing to be the South Sudan. So this is the Sudan-Kenya border. And then in the year 2021 to year 9,999, and then when Hassan he did it, this is you can see there, this is a UN cruiser, and then there are NGOs cruisers, these UNHCR officials, they are driving along the side of the Kenya-Sudan border. And then how the Kenyan soldiers killed this border. Let's look here on the video. This is the video details of the border crisis there. This is Kenyan soldiers killed, of course, Kenya-Sudan border. So this is the crisis in the border. Okay. So if we play the video here, you can see.
The spokesman for South Sudan's army, Dame Kuol, told Reuters that members of a tribe known as Toposa opened fire on the Kenyan army barracks in the Nadapal area along the Kenya-Sudan border on Thursday and Friday, killing 16 soldiers. But speaking to Citizen Television on phone, Kenya's Defense Department spokesman Bogita Ongeri denied the claims, terming them alarmist.
We can confirm that all our troops are safe wherever they are, and we have tried debates with them as has been the case in the past.
The settlement of Nadapal, which is inside Sudan on UN maps, is on a key crossing point and trade route between Sudan and Kenya. According to the South Sudan Army spokesman, the Toposa tribe accused the Kenyan army of moving into their traditional territory by setting up the barracks in Nadapal.
In any case, our soldiers are far away from Nadapal, the place that the international press are claiming the incident occurred.
The territory surrounding Nadapal, however, has a long history of fighting between pastoralist groups and bandit attacks.
Yeah, last week there was a contact between the Kenya security forces when raiders in the what has come to the name of Khartoum.
Ongeri, however, says he has not spoken to the South Sudan Army spokesman about the reports, but anxiety is mounting, especially among communities living on the border, who are hoping that the two governments will stop giving conflicting information and instead speak of the real situation on the ground. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen TV.
So you can see this is briefly the critical order. Of course, there you can see this is the overview of how they really killed the border issue, but the border is not killed, and then how we are waking up the border case is our own case. So you can see there we say it here, by this year to another years we will do our best, of course, to unificate with the Sudan, as we are reformed, and we are also renewing the policies which is there, of course, bordering the people. This is the total unifications orders for 2022. That is Sudan, Kenya borders, and then you can see there, of course, this is the Imaton mountain in the border of Kenya and Uganda and Sudan. So here that is of course is reactivating different Sudan borders. Of course, in year 2021, that is September the 5th to today's date, that is 10 a.m. Of course, Kenya, Sudan reformed and renewals order towards non-addition completed areas. Of course, you can also look at the contract and then the project policies which we as a Sudan is here. This is their Sudan. Then this is DRC, of course, the 80 billion injection which is there, of course, to help rescue. Of course, this is 1 month ago, and then that was 11 years ago. And then the policy we see there is 11 years ago. And then this is, of course, the people whom they call over Africa, the white people they call over Africa. Of course, each one of them, one times they go to this country, they just they are playing under the map. They have to take over the map and then see how many people they can help there. That is the rivaling, the business rivaling those white they are doing there. Of course, you can see there, this is 5 years ago, this is 3 years ago, and then you can see this is the Central African Republics, then this is Sudan borderlands, and then this is Uganda, the East Africa. Of course, on the scratch there, of course, on the map here is the DRC, of course. So overview, and then if you look here, that is Uganda, and then Uganda on the site of this one, West Nile, on the side of West Nile entry. That is Uganda on the side of West Nile entry, and then Sudan on the other side, and then Kenya towards northeastern, and then the West Nile is towards DRC and Central Africa. So that is overview of Uganda. And then you can see also the president is there, with the parades officials. And then that is basically the church. We have the church there also. And then overview and scratch your trip advisors, Ugandan trip advisors, if you're going places. Of course, knowing your exact areas, and then your concentration, your faculties, and then if we scratch here, these are scratch areas. Of course, the scratch areas, this is equatorial base. The battlefield we have is this one, equatorial. This is equatorial. This line here is equatorial. This is equatorial. This is equatorial, and then Kenya is here. The areas where the Kenyan armies they are coming from is here, right here. This is right there. This long side here. So this is where they are concentrating. This is Uganda here. This is Kenya there. So exactly. This is the overview of Sudan, and then this is Sudan overview. Equatorial Sudan, South Sudan, and then Sudan itself there. So that is the regards of our concentrations and our due adjustment, which we see may not cause this one like karate or boxing with those guys. If they keep the big map, no need for karate, no need for boxing, no need for nothing. Then everything goes normal as is. If they want it divided, of course divided. If they goes like this, divided like this, they agree with the Equatorian policy, the new policy 2021 policy, with these lockdowns, and then of course let them remain there. Then Equatoria will remain a portional part of Sudan policies, and then if they want to run away with their map, let them run. And then let Sudan not gonna Equatorial area to run away with. So this area here, we open it, and then the map will fold it up to here, and then fold it up to there. Whatever Sudan they run away with this map, let them run. Then if this guy want to fall away there by itself, let them go by themselves. Now we cannot tolerate it. We cannot do anything about it. That is a quick scan of the other areas that we see. Of course, so that they may not, of course, cause the issue and other perseverance. Of course, we are determined for this and for what we want to do much in our future, so that we won't have an obstacles or and bad alterations there. So that is our due fee for future, for future holdings. That is the regards emphasis we have with those guys. And then otherwise, that is just me, myself, and then in my space sync, and then office space, and then discussing what they really have. And then we will also be physically back face to face to tackle that areas that we have really big dilemmas on, because the guy not too fair, not too good. Then we have to ensure, we give them a little bit another educations towards how to handle the karates, because they complied, they will do karate with us. And then that is a duty for us to do the karates, because they, for them, we know that is if they cut additional equatorial land, and then they cut those other countries, they want to make it individually theirs, and then it's not going to help. So we have that land policies there. The land policies involved more all those countries benefiting from. And then with the Khartoum's policies, if the copyright of Khartoum is not there, our ancestors' this one casting over that land won't even be beneficial up to this time. So the ancestors been doing a lot of a lot of casting over that land, and then they know why they were casting so, and then why they were doing so, because the land itself has a lot of reputations, and those reputations, once they disorganize it, once they disrespect it, and then of course it will cause them another problems which we are not aware of, and then on which we implement, and then we policy here that will be a land for karate if they cannot comply with our policies, the Equatorian policies of evacuating that kind of land. We know the Kenyan freak little a bit, because this guy there is dangerous. The SPLA is dangerous. So whatever they retired, and then they changed their retirement name to South Sudan. And then we cannot comply with them. And then what we know is this one, resoluting and then giving back the land to the equatorial lands. We will ensure we give it back to proportional to Sudan. Whatever, if they say they already invested in their money, then they want to be a country, let them be a country there, because their name is what? South Sudan. Even they can be whatever. We name them inside without any other outside border, let them be inside there, a country. And then we don't know about it, how they want to manage their countries, how they want to manage their parliament. We don't care about it, but let them not tamper with the equatorial regions, because the equatorial region is invested by this bank, and that is the Stone Finance Bank, is not the SPLA. If whatever you look here on the world, that is non-SPLA, that is this bank investing the equatorial regions, not the SPLA investing the equatorial regions. That's why for this bank, that's the one army karate. So the whole thing is based on one army karate. So if they disrespect it, whatever they comply it, then they cannot do it. We can do it for the way we understand with our ancestral policy of that land, particularly. That is base to base, and then that is me, Wayne Hassan, that is the tone on land issues and land disputes.